Hi, my name is Jane Powell. Welcome to Community Connections, brought to you by the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation. This is a show showcasing community involvement, and today my guest is from BridgeValley Community and Technical College, Heather Rains. Heather, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Jane. It's a pleasure.
So Heather, your title is Assistant Project Director, and I know you have an exciting project to talk about. But first, why don't you give us an overview of BridgeValley?
So BridgeValley Community and Technical College has two campuses, one in South Charleston in the Tech Park and another in Montgomery, West Virginia, which is in the Upper Kanawha Valley area. We have close to about 1,200 students, and we have a variety of programs. And the big proponent and mission of a community technical college is to become the pipeline for the workforce industry. We are there to train students and to get them into careers for regional employers, and that's what we do every day. But there's another part of us that is community education, and so that's more what I'm going to hit on today, is talk about our community education component.
Okay, so when we talk about that, I know this is pretty exciting, and it has a great acronym, GRID.
Yes.
So tell me about GRID, and first of all, tell me what GRID stands for.
So first, let me give you the working description of GRID.
Okay, let's hear it.
So the description is rather lengthy, but it's an innovative, entrepreneurial, and educational facility for makers, artisans, and craftsmen. Now that's really lengthy for something that's 4 letters, I know. But let me, if you allow, I'll delve into that a little more.
Absolutely, let's hear it.
So GRID stands for Generate, Renew, Innovate, Design. And every letter means something else. So when we look at generate, the GRID is there to offer space to generate creative and entrepreneurial opportunities for community members. So BridgeValley, through the GRID, will provide machining equipment, tools, space, and other faculties of that range to allow community members to come into this space and harness their hobbies and grow a business in an area that they may not have done so before. So this is really an opportunity for them to come in and generate those ideas and great opportunities. When we look at renew of GRID, we want to renew this somewhat forgotten art culture that's in the community. It's no secret that craftsmanship and artistry is very, very fundamental to Appalachian culture. So we want to harness that and help community members really take hold and grow their hobbies and their arts.
That.
Yeah, it's a very good feel-good mission statement, and we're only halfway through. So then we get to innovate. As a community technical college, I explained earlier that we are designed to be the pipeline for a workforce and for industry. In order to do that, we have to get really creative and innovative about how we educate our students. And that means a variety of things when it comes to our technical aspect and our actual academic programming. But when we looked at community education, we also want to do the same thing for them. And that can be a number of things. It can be through experiential learning, which is really just more of an advanced term for hands-on learning. It's learning through experience, or apprenticeship opportunities. I know a lot of people are familiar with the old apprenticeship model, and that comes from very old school craftsmanship. So we really want to take hold of that and have more of those new and innovative and creative delivery education models. So the last, but certainly not least, is design. The GRID is fundamentally about design, figuratively and literally. We want people to come in and design things, but it's a maker space. It is gritty, but it's great to work in, and it's an old engineering laboratory building that we have refurnished and done things to make it a great environment for artisans and craftsmen in the area to come in and immerse themselves in their hobby and really grow their business. So that's more big picture what the GRID is supposed to accomplish, and we really want to be a lifeline for that community and help those community members, achieve their dreams and instill a little hope.
It's pretty exciting. And there's a kickoff for this happening, right?
Yes, there is a kickoff. We are having a grand opening on October 12th and October 13th. We had a soft opening a while back just to get our feet wet and to get the locals to come into the building and see what we're trying to do. And we kept it very quiet and very hushed just to get our feet wet and figure things out. So I had to bring the schedule with me because we have so much going on.
Okay.
And October 12th is a Friday, so we're going to start things at 1 p.m. And
So Heather, let me just interrupt you a moment. I know you're going to go over the schedule, but that schedule is also on your website. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
So people could check there.
Yes, so that website address is bridgevalley.edu/grid opening, GRIDOPENING.
So everything that you're about to tell us, we could also reference there on your website.
Yes, and more, because as you know, with schedules, we're always working and possibly adding more workshops. So I encourage people to consistently check this website and our Facebook page for updates.
Okay.
Because you never know what's going to happen at BridgeValley. We might throw in some new fun stuff.
I like it. So I'm sorry I interrupted you. Tell me about the schedule.
No, you are great. It's perfect. I would like to say, and I'll say this a couple times, that everything that I'm talking about today does require advanced registration. So I'm glad that you brought up the website, because we need people to go to the website, look at the schedule, and then check the boxes what they want to get into and what they want to come see. Some of these are free workshops, but some of these require a small fee. It's really just for materials so that we can have things there for the class and the workshop that they're going to take.
Okay.
So let's kind of start on Friday at 1 o'clock.
All right.
A really cool thing that I consider our main attraction is that we are bringing Google to Montgomery, West Virginia.
Google, like Google?
Google, yes.
Wow.
Yes, what we use the search engine all the time, they are coming to Montgomery, West Virginia.
Nice.
We are so excited. Yes. So they actually came, and I know Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation was there that day in July over the summer and provided some workshops about how to grow your business online. And I think they had around 250 people attend that day.
And this was at the Clay Center.
This
here
at
in
the Clay
Charleston.
Center, yes.
That's right.
And it was an epic event. Everyone had so much fun. We walked away with so much knowledge. Even our information technology faculty who are running, our cybersecurity programs and our, technical computer programs enjoyed it. They learned things that day. It was a great opportunity. So what we wanted to do was bring them back to Montgomery. Google now is very much so about sustaining their initiative and helping businesses grow, but they want to keep it going. So we had partner meetings and said, let's bring them to Montgomery and help these, emerging artists and craftsmen get the skills they need. Very exciting. So that's really one that we'll definitely take at registration, because I know that'll fill up pretty fast. People are excited.
I imagine it will, yes.
So the first part of the Google workshop will be reaching your customers online. How do you even market to someone online? What does that look like? And we're not going to get into deep things in the web like search engine optimization. This is very just top level stuff. What are the basics about marketing your products or your craft online? The next thing is getting found on Google and search maps. So that has a couple things going on. If you have possibly a storefront, how do you really get on Google Maps? When we go to Google someplace to get directions, how does that really work? What do you have to do on your end to make sure someone can find you? But the even cooler thing about that workshop is there's a component to help make a free website. Free. Absolutely free website.
Everybody loves free.
Everybody loves free. And I know a lot of people struggle with building a website and having a web presence. So you're having Google, the people who know everything about having a web presence, there to tell you.
I like that.
I like that too. Yeah, I unfortunately didn't get to see that part when I was in the Charleston one. I was in another meeting with the partnering, but I was like, man, I wish I could have been there for that. So it was very exciting. The third part of that on Friday is there will be a workshop with the Small Business Development Center out of West Virginia. So that'll be more about how do you really start a business in West Virginia? What does that look like? Is it as a business plan? What forms do you have to fill out? Taxes, all that jazz. So they will go over that day and really give the insider view into what it means to have a business in West Virginia.
Yes.
The next will be very exciting, is a Cannabis 101 Entrepreneur Opportunities for Medical Usage. So I know that there is a Purple Leaf dispensary in the South Charleston or the Charleston area. So there is going to be a hour-and-a-half workshop discussing this and what that will look like. Yeah, so very 2018.
Yeah.
It's exciting, especially, very exciting. So then that evening there's a private reception to follow, and then we will end that, and then we'll start fresh on Saturday, and hopefully a lot of people
This
can.
is Saturday, October 13th.
October 13th, yes. So we're hoping the Friday and Saturday will help some people who work or have other obligations to come out and take a little bit of time out of their day to visit us and see what the grid is all about and have, engage in these opportunities.
Right.
So on Saturday, we're going to start out with a basket making class at 1:30, and then at those same times, all through 1:30, it looks like there will be painting by Bernice Deacons, who is our residence artist or artist in residency. I'm saying her title probably
She's a member of
incorrectly.
Allied Artists, I believe.
Yes, yes. So she is our artist in residency. It's very cool. I don't know how many community and technical colleges have that, but it's pretty nice that we do.
Yeah.
So, and she's been a major player in opening the grid and getting artisans there, and I know her and our president, Dr. Bellinger, are very tight in pushing that forward.
Great.
So then there will be a jewelry making workshop, and that is with Michelle Kendall. Michelle Kendall is actually someone who works for BridgeValley, and she's very accomplished in what she's doing, and she's received, statewide recognition for some of her efforts. So in her artistry. And then there will be a sewing workshop, and that is you can bring your own machine if you have one, or we will have those provided there for you. And then there's a possible woodworking shop, and then I've also heard that we might do some additional Google workshops on Saturday. Yes, I haven't seen that yet.
That's a tease.
But yes, but there's possible. I've seen this on the schedule that's been floating around, so we will possibly have some more Google workshops. So again, I encourage everyone to go to the BridgeValley website or check us out on Facebook, look at that schedule. Like I said, we're always adding stuff, and register for these events and come visit us in Montgomery.
And so I know you mentioned this, but some of the events are free and some of them have a small fee.
Yes.
So there is something for everyone.
There is something for everyone. We really want it to be open, and we want people to feel like they can come to us and say, I have a hobby, I have a craft, but I want to fine tune it a little bit and see, can I make this bigger than just me working in my house? So the grid is that space to do that, but it's also the opportunity to give them the skills, knowledge, and abilities to grow that business and actually have one. We don't just want it to be a place where they come in, work, and move on. We want for them to be a partner with us.
So tell me, is there, how independent am I in this space? Is there someone there to help me, guide me just a little bit, or do I just go in and take off on my own?
It depends. It depends on what you're looking at. And so there is a fee as far as, if you want to come in and use the space. I think there's a fee schedule for how much you want to use. But it would really be working with the person at the grid and saying, this is my vision, this is what I want to come and do. Is there someone there to help me? We're happy to help bring in artisans to help mold that craft, or someone can do it on their own. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? We can customize it. We can really customize it to what that artisan and craftsman is looking for.
Wow, so any skill level, really. So if you just have an idea, or if you've been doing this in your basement for a couple years.
Yeah.
So whatever you need to take it to the next step.
Exactly. It is a maker space. You are coming in, you are going to create things, you are going to do stuff, you're going to do amazing things, and we want to be there with them.
I like the idea of maybe artists feeding off each other too.
Yes, because like I mentioned, the craftsmanship and artisanship has been so much in the Appalachian culture. We are trying to foster that and bring more of that in Montgomery, and we know they're out there, and there's an artist here and an artist here and someone who does this. We want to bring them together. The grid is getting them together, get those creative juices flowing, and see what they can do.
Yeah, I love that. Good for BridgeValley.
Yeah.
And good for Montgomery.
Very good for Montgomery, yes.
Yeah, I think it will attract traffic to their area.
Yes.
And people will spend money in their area, which is always a nice thing.
It is always a very, very nice thing, and Montgomery needs it. They do. They really, really need it.
Yeah, so let me just recap. So the grid's big grand opening is on October 12th and October 13th. So a little less than a month away at this point. That is at the Montgomery campus.
Yes.
And people that want more information can find that on your website, which is bridgevalley.edu, grid opening.
/grid opening.
/grid opening. And there's also a Facebook page.
There is also a Facebook page. You can go to BridgeValley's Facebook page, and you will see all of our ads and everything that we're trying to promote the grid. So click on that. And please share it. If you go on our Facebook page, please share it and let everyone else know.
And tell your friends. Heather, thank you so much for coming in today. I've loved learning about BridgeValley and about the grid. Good luck with your opening. And thank you all so much for joining us. This has been Community Connections, brought to you by the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation. Come back and see us next time.